Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to Glowing Beauty Addiction. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and a great big hello if you're a new subscriber. Obviously this is going to be a little bit different video. Not the usual fun, talking about makeup, that kind of thing. We're hanging out in my bedroom. I have gotten a few requests, or questions I guess, about why, like in my Sheet Face Saturday videos or whatnot, why I have never discussed the Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash breakup. This is a hard one. I apologize if this is your first video that you're seeing on my channel. Normally, you know what, we're a bunch of OABs here and we're fun. This was just one of those things. I got another message with this question in it. I was just getting ready to call it a night, go to bed, and I thought, no, I'll bite the bullet on this one, and I'll answer that question. So, I didn't watch any of the videos about Trisha Paytas or Jason Nash. That situation just hit a little too close to home for me. I don't even know where to go with this. Do you guys ever have that where it's like what you want to say is right there, but then getting it to come out? So many years ago, I was dating and living with this guy, and we'll call him Jay for anonymity's sake. And we had moved in together pretty quickly. Wasn't too terribly long after we moved in that he got laid off from his job. And luckily I had a job, so I was paying rent and bills and groceries and everything, and he sat on the couch and didn't look for work. But that's neither here nor there. That was many moons ago. I was younger then. I was thinner then. I'm a 6 foot tall woman. Back then I was 110, 115 pounds tops. And I still remember how it was one day I'd come home from a hectic day at work. I'd cleaned house. I sat down to watch some TV with a bag of chips, and his comment was, "You're not fat enough already?" And I don't know what the comments have been for Trisha's situation. I don't know if there's been people saying, you know, get over it. I don't know if people have said they need to be apart. I don't know. What I know is from my personal experience, those words still haunt me to this day. I want to preface all this though and say, I love Trisha. I wouldn't say I'm a diehard. I haven't seen every single one of her videos or anything. I hate to admit that I didn't know who Jason Nash was until they were together. So this isn't by any means saying, oh my gosh, she shouldn't have made it public or anything like that. I'm not a snowflake in that regard. It's just something that triggered me, and so I chose not to watch the videos. It was like that. From there, the comments were always written off like they were a joke. I'd be putting my makeup on in the morning to go to work or something, and his comment would be, no amount of makeup is gonna help you look pretty. He'd remind me constantly how he was the best I was ever going to have or be able to get, and he was the only one that would ever be able to put up with me. Things like that. And of course now I have the most amazing husband who I love with all of my heart. and he treats me like a queen. But it seems to be those little things that stick with you for life. That relationship did get abusive. When I was finally able to get out of that relationship, it turned into a stalking situation where he would be outside of my work. He would be calling my boss. I had to have coworkers walk me from my office to my car. It was just not a nice situation. He would start the days by phoning me in the morning with a, "I love you so much, please come back, take me back," to by the end of the day threatening to kill my family. So I think what made me apprehensive about even discussing or watching any of those videos is, like, of course, I don't know Trisha. We don't go to the Chinese buffet, as Peter Mon would say. It just, anytime there's a situation like that, from my personal experience, I know how that can just snowball into so much more. And I'm not saying that's going to happen by any means. You know, for all I know, it was a publicity stunt. They didn't really break up. I don't know. But it is a real problem, and I see it all the time. You know, we have friends that, you know, their daughters or sons, you know, they're high school, they're starting to date, and, you know, "Oh, so-and-so called me fat," oh, and they giggle and they laugh about it. And we need to teach our younger generation to know their value, know their worth. And I spoke about that in the OAB tag that Beauty Boomer put out. And that was going to be my advice to my younger self, is to know your worth and don't let anybody tell you you aren't worth the world. So, yeah. Wow, this is a somber video. I apologize. Sometimes I get this inspiration or these ideas, and even though I was just getting ready to go to bed, it was like that last message came in, and I had to address it. And I guess #MeToo. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to men, women, anything. And I think that's the side that probably has not been discussed as far as, you know, Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash is. Now, whether it was written off as a joke, whatever, I think the serious side of how these things can spiral should be addressed. That words hurt more than anything, and they stay with you for your lifetime. I have a husband who, for some crazy reason, thinks I'm beautiful and he loves me. And in the back of my head, I will every day still hear how fat I am, how ugly I am. And that sucks. So, I'm going to end this video before I start crying, because I am not going to be one of those YouTubers that cry on camera. So, now this feels really silly saying, give me a like, subscribe, on such a somber thing. But, if you're in this situation, if somebody is not treating you like you should be being treated, find a way out. In my situation, it was hard and it was scary, And it was a coordinated effort on a lot of different people's, I don't know. It took a lot of people to help me to get free of that situation safely. But don't let it keep going on. I would love to say just get up and walk out that door. But having been there, I know that that's not always an option. Sometimes to be able to do it safely is not just running away. There is something wrong with some of these people's heads that sometimes you need help. And unfortunately, sometimes police can't help. I know I had called the police on many occasions, like even to get a restraining order or something, and I was always told, well, he hasn't laid hands on you. And I would say, yeah, I've called the cops then too. Well, he hasn't done it recently. So it was pretty much one of those, we'll help you when you're in a body bag type situations. So yeah. If you're in that situation, think it through, ask for help, find a safe way to do it. There's people that will help you. If you need somebody to talk to, I am always here and willing to talk. I've offered it to complete strangers. Like, I could be an unbiased ear. Yell, scream, curse, cry, whatever. I'm a good listener. So until next time, hopefully, well, not hopefully, it will be a funner video. So until next time, I love you all so much. Bye.